For the honor of magic.
I'd like to wear the...
It is not yet time for you to...
Can you instruct...
There's much you need to learn. I shall teach you as soon as you're ready. May you reach...
I'm not listening to all the blathering anymore.
For the...
Keep it to yourself. People don't need to know it.
I'm glad...
Maybe.
I'm in through my words.
As long as I'm not involved.
Believe everything you hear.
Maybe. I doubt that's ever likely to change.
As long as I'm not involved.
People always talk.
It won't happen. That's really not my problem.
That's really not my problem.
I wouldn't like to be in his shoes, though. You have to watch what you rely on somebody, and you're in trouble. That's how it goes. It was obvious that there would be trouble. That won't happen again. Let's talk about. There must be something about that story after all. I thought that had been cleared up ages ago. That's not my problem. Well, there was a time when things would have gone.
Maybe.
I better keep out of it. Talk about something else instead.
You shouldn't believe everything you hear.
As long as I'm not involved. You shouldn't believe everything you hear.
Rely on somebody and you're in trouble. That's how it goes.
If you think.
If you think.
Same old story every time. That won't happen again. There must be something about that story.
Rely on somebody and you're in trouble. That's how it goes.
You have to watch what you tell people. I thought that had been cleared up ages ago. I doubt that's ever going to change.
Rely on somebody and you're in
If you're
trouble.
injured...
That's how it goes.
I wouldn't like to be in his shoes, though.
Yeah, that's really not my
But keep it to yourself. People don't need to.
Shoes, though. People always talk.
I doubt that's ever likely to change.
For the... Your...
People don't need to know it.
For the honor...
I doubt that's ever likely to change.
I want...
People always talk.
People always talk.
That had been cleared up ages ago.
Wouldn't like to be in his shoes, though.
Maybe. You have to watch
Yeah, there
what
must
you
be
tell
something
people.
about that story after
Doubt that's
all.
ever likely to change. That would have been clarified a long time ago.
If you think
Yeah, there must be something about that
That
story
won't
after
happen
all.
again. There's a time when things would have
Maybe.
gone very won't happen again. That
I
won't
better
happen
keep out of it.
again.
Maybe.
Hang on, better not go rushing into anything. That's how it goes. That's
I thought that had been cleared up ages ago.
Yeah, there must be something about that story after all.
I thought that had been cleared up ages ago.
Really my problem.
That had been cleared up ages ago. That won't happen again.
Maybe.
Rely on somebody, you're in trouble.
I'm not
listening.
That's how
There
it
was a
goes.
time when things would have gone very differently.
Let's talk about something. I'm not listening to all the blathering.
If you
anymore.
think very probably right.
That's really not my problem.
There was a time. Hang on, better not go rushing into anything. I doubt that's ever likely to change. Maybe.
There wasn't
People always talk.
very differently.
It was obvious that there would be trouble ahead.
Maybe.
I thought that
Listening
was
to all the
clarified a
blathering
long time
anymore.
ago. It was obvious that there would be trouble ahead.
As long as I'm not involved.
Talk about something else instead. I doubt that's ever likely to
Some
change.
people never learn.
Let's talk about something else
You
instead.
should believe everything you
That
hear.
won't happen again. It
That's
was
really
obvious
not my
that there would be trouble. As long as I'm not involved.
That wasn't very clever.
That story after all. I better keep out of it. There must be something about that story after
What about this heart of a fire golem? Perfection? I'm worthy? If that's the case, I'd like to speak to your master now. Counter evidence? What kind of counter evidence? A rune? A rune for me? Well, then I'll accept the rune of teleportation as a sign of worthiness. Mortal? Who? Me?
Who dares to disturb me in my studies?
My name is...
I don't wish to know your name. It's insignificant. All that matters is that you're the first person in years to have solved my golem's riddles.
Have there been any other visitors?
Not many. And when they began to annoy me, I confronted them with one of my supernatural creatures.
You enjoy being on your own, don't you? All the magicians of fire are dead. Gomez had them assassinated.
That does not surprise me. Those foolish barbarian butchers in the castle, especially Gomez, were never to be trusted. Caristo and the other magicians elected their own hangman when they helped Gomez to usurp the power.
I was sent by Saturus. We need your help. The magicians of water plan to use their big ore mound.
The ore mound is not the solution.
It isn't?
No.
The so-called sleeper is said to be an evil archdemon. That's what the Brotherhood in the swamp found out. Now the magicians of water believe that everybody in the colony is in great danger.
There is a greater danger than anyone within the barrier could possibly imagine.
If the explosion of the ore mound doesn't avert the great danger...
Forget the ore mound. Its power won't open the barrier. If Caristo and Saturus hadn't wasted their time fighting over foolish and vain issues throughout the past years, they'd all know what I know now.
Which is?
None of the 12 magicians ever stopped to wonder why the formation of the barrier got beyond their control, or why it assumed such gigantic proportions.
Did you find out why that happened?
Well, one thing is certain. The answer lies deep beneath the Orc town.
The Orc town?
Orcs are not animals, as many people think. Their culture is as old as the human culture. A few centuries ago, 5 Orc shaman invoked a very old archdemon, which they hoped would give their clan the power to defeat their enemies.
This archdemon, was it the Sleeper?
The Orcs gave him that name much later. But I won't tell you why they did it, or why they are now terrified by the supernatural creature.
Why not?
I believe you could be... No. To be really sure, you'll have to perform another task.
Which task?
Listen carefully. The Orcs have exiled one of their shaman from the town.
Why have they exiled him?
The dying Orc warrior was no longer able to answer that question when he was interrogated by one of my demons.
What does this Orc shaman have to do with my task?
He'll tell you the rest of the story about the sleeper.
An Orc shaman is hardly likely to be keen on talking to me.
Do you want me to help you or do you not?
Well, yes, but...
Then never question my words again. Find the shaman. He's not on good terms with his brothers in the Orc town, so he may listen to you before turning you into a living torch.
Very comforting. Where is this exiled shaman?
Go to the old citadel in the east. You can't miss it. It's on top of a high mountain, which can be seen from a distance.
Can you just enter it?
They call it the old citadel, but there's hardly anything left of it other than the foundation walls. It's been a ruin for many decades.
I will get the answers from this
My servant has already given you a teleportation rune for the pentagram 1 floor. That will make it easier for you to get back here later.
I'm seeing.
I thought that had been cleared up.
There must be something about that won't help. Let's talk about something else instead.
orcs want kill me. Old brothers, today enemies.
How do you know our language?
Urshak be slave of humans in mind. Run away. Happened many winters ago.
Who are you?
Name Urshak. Be son of the spirit. People call shaman.
You were a slave in the mine? Which mine?
Mine be under village in Hollow.
Why do your brothers fight you?
Urshak in disfavor. Besmirch creed in Krushak. Believe Krushak bad demon.
What does
Humans call sleep.
You mean sleeper?
Yes, humans say sleeper.
What do you know about the sleeper?
Be 5 brothers. Be many winters ago. Be sons of spirit, like Urshak.
You mean 5 shaman?
Call Krushak. One defeat clan of enemy. 5 brothers then build temple under earth for Krushak.
A subterranean temple for the sleeper? That's what Zardos must have meant when he spoke about the entrance being in the orc town. What happened in the underground temple?
Brothers that give heart to Krushak. But Krushak be bad. Krushak curse all who build temple. Brothers have no heart. Be dead and live. Be both. Krushak now have heart of brothers. Heart now be power for Krushak.
What happened to the workers who built the temple?
Krushak curse all. Workers too. Be all dead and live. Both at same time.
Didn't the orcs at the surface do anything about it?
They seal temple. Brothers today worship Krushak. Krushak gets sacrifice, so no become bad. Urshak thinks sacrifice bad thing. I said Krushak bad. Brothers no want to hear. Brothers say Urshak go. Brothers.
I need to enter the underground temple. Can you take me there?
Urshak say thanks to stranger. Strange, but entry of temple be home. Urshak.
I see. You mean they won't let you go back into the orc town? Well, looks like I'll have to fight my way through.
Brothers home very strong. Brothers be very many. Stranger no go. Many warriors. Stranger die. Other sons of spirit home. Stranger make fire. Then stranger die.
Okay, but I have to find a way into the temple.
Urshak no way. Stranger wear ulumulu.
Ulumulu?
Be sign of friendship. Brothers respect ulumulu. Stranger wear ulumulu. Then stranger no die.
Where can I get this ulumulu?
Stranger go see friend of Urshak. Friend of Urshak kill ulumulu. Stranger wear ulumulu. Then stranger no die.
Yeah, I have the no die bit all right, but where can I find your friend?
Friend of Urshak in mind of humans. Friend no run away with Urshak. Friend be ill then.
Were you held captive in the old mine?
Urshak no understand.
Were you a prisoner in the abandoned...
Urshak no word.
Were you held in the free mine?
Urshak prisoner in mind under Urshak think people.
Thanks.
Urshak say thanks to strange friend take present. Urshak can no go home. Urshak now.
I may take you up on your offer.
Come on, put that thing away. There must be something about that story after all.
I'm not listening to all the blather anymore.
There must be something about that story after all.
Hey,
Mind you don't hurt me. Slow. I am.
what are you doing here?
Did I give you permission to speak to me? Only joking. Those damn loonies are getting on my nerves. That's why I'm here. Don't speak to me. Pray for forgiveness by the sleeper. Your mission is of extraordinary importance. It's enough to drive a man out of his... I
want to join the Brotherhood.
You wanted... We could... No sorcery. No sorcery.
I'm glad you've come. I've been expecting you.
You've been expecting me? Why?
Gorn asked me to send you to him as soon as you arrived.
What's up?
He has a plan to free the occupied mine.
Is he still guarding the entrance to the mine?
Yes, please see him as soon as possible.
I'm injured.
Through my words, Have you spoken to...
No.
Why not?
I couldn't get into that area yet.
You need to find him and ask him...
Well, there was a time when things would have gone very differently. Hang on. As long as I'm not involved.
Maybe.
Well, there was a time when things would have gone very differently. I wouldn't like to be in his shoes, though, because he... Hang on. Better not go rushing into anything. Rely on somebody in your trouble. That's how it goes.
You're very probably right. I'd better keep out of it.
Show me more about...
That'll...
Let's start now.
He'll have to fire you if that's... If you haven't...
Can
I only...
That's really not.
If you think.
Probably right.
I better keep out of it.
Rely on somebody and you're
Ah,
in
I
trouble.
thought
That's
that
how
had
it
been
goes.
clarified a long time ago.
You shouldn't believe everything you hear.
You're just in time. We're preparing our counterattack. Taking back the free mine is the first step.
You're planning to retake it with just 4 men? Where are all...
A frontal attack is no good. Gomez's people are too well entrenched for that. But we could run a stealth mission, eliminating one man after another. Lee asked me to give you a message. As a magician of the Circle of Water and an experienced fighter, you have been chosen to carry out this. I'll go with you. Together.
The first step?
As soon as the mine is ours again, we'll start looking for the mountain pass that Gomez's people used. When the pass is closed, the situation will be under control.
I see. Why me of all?
You've already proved more than once that you can be brave and clever at this. Besides, you know the old camp and the guards better. You are the best man for this difficult job.
Why not? I need to get into the mine anyway.
Whatever your reasons may be, I'm glad we're dealing with this thing. Here, take this key. It opens the gatehouse in front of the entrance to the mine. Let's fight. Oh, I nearly forgot. The rogue wolf wants to talk to you urgently before we leave for the mine.
Then I'd better go.
You do that. I'll wait for you right here.
I better keep out of it. It's the same story every time.
What would you tell people?
You're in trouble. That's how it goes.
People always do.
Gorn said you wanted to talk to...
I'm glad you dropped by, but
Before I go...
before you go to visit the not-so-free mine,
What's...
I've had an idea how to produce a completely new armor.
Oh, and how's that?
The Minecrawler's armor plates are the hardest material I know. I don't mean the small, harmless specimens found in Gomez. No, not them. There's a far more dangerous kind in our mine. The armor of these beasts is nearly impenetrable. If you could bring me some of these armor plates, I could try to make armor from...
How can I...
Well, that's quite easy. The back plates are only joined to the body around the edge. Just take a razor blade and cut along the dotted...
Okay, I get it. I'll see. And you're telling...
Not exactly. I can't sell you any.
That won't happen again. Everything you hear. I doubt that's ever likely to
Somebody, and you're in trouble. That's how it goes.
But keep it to yourself.
Hello.
Let's...
It's time to drive. You go on ahead. Hold on. Do you see all these corpses? You go down to the entrance to the mine. I'll stay here and make sure that we don't get a nasty surprise thrown at us from behind. When you're down there, I'll follow. Wonderful control, boy! I wouldn't mind forgetting about this little argument. Wonderful control, boy!
I have no...